Welcome everybody to my channel. So today I just want to go over, this is my Toyota Charisma. It's a crawler, it's a 1/10 scale. I picked this up from my local hobby shop for about $250, and it was pretty reasonable because I did some research on it, and it was like $400 from Charisma and I think Horizon Hobby, and I have 24 scale crawlers, and even when you spend $124 for those, it seems like a lot to me. So I didn't want to spend that much, being that I have so many. So this is why I went with this. It was $250, so you can't beat that. But the one thing I don't like about this body is the front looks amazing. Looks good, right? Looks good. The back sucks. Like, it looks good until you get to the back. So like, it's like, oh, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Looks good? No, looks like shit. Like, whoever designed this wasn't really thinking, like, come on. Like, and then this, like, maybe if this was like down, it wouldn't be so bad. But it's not. So that's what we need to figure out, is how to make this nicer. So how I went about making it nicer was doing this. Getting rid of that body. Going on Amazon, and we picked up a Pro Line body, Power Wagon, Dodge. This is a 1946, and it is the two-piece body, but it's hard to see. But I think it will look better than this thingamajig. Don't get me wrong, love the Toyota body. It's got the LEDs, and it looks realistic, but for me, I like style, and I like everything to look old and classic looking. Hence why I went with the Traxxas blacked out, murdered out. Then we have the Rampage. It's pretty old looking. It's pretty cool. Then we got the Traxxas Drag Slash. I love that car. Got my DR10 up there. It had to be like the worst drag car I ever bought, so I just use parts from it now. My fastest one would probably be the Drag Slash. I have some videos on my YouTube channel, and that thing is crazy fast. So I love RC cars too. Yeah, big boys, big toys. I can't afford them either, you know, that's crazy. I probably spent about like $1,000 last month. Rock crawlers, I got rock crawlers up the ass. So we got rock crawlers there. Rock crawlers. This is my little Zen. So this is my rock crawler track. It's a nice little thing we got over here. Best crawler I own. Has to be. FMS. Oh, drift cars? I got drift cars too. Kyosho came with that body, and I don't like running that body because it's too nice. So I went out and bought a Kyosho body, put some drift wheels on it. That's usually my go-to drifter. Sometimes this Charger is my go-to drifter. Trophy Rat, badass truck, really fun. GTR Traxxas, I got one in brushed and one in brushless. Now the one in brushless is insane on 3S. It's crazy. And then brushed, It's brand new. Haven't used it yet. It's too nice. And that's my Bandit. I've had that since I was 16. 39 years old now. And I probably haven't used it since I redid it. We got the Teton. It's good for the kids. Unicorn. It's pretty slow, but it's fun. That's also brushless. My ExtremeRc13 I don't use because I have a 6S infraction, which is currently over on the other side where my max is and I'll take you over here. That's my max, my granite. The max has been through a lot. I picked it off on eBay for about $350. And they said it didn't work, and I got it and it worked. So we'll bring you over here. And this is the bad boy. And that's the baby that I had. And she's dirty. Believe it or not, this car is only like 2 months old. And look, tires are shot. I ran it like twice. And I went to my local hobby shop. They're like, yeah, we have some extra tires. We'll give you $10. So I picked up some tires we're going to burn up and, you know, no lowrider RCs. Trump or Kamala? I'm Trump. 2024, baby. I ain't no freaking liberal. Then we got the Gorgon. Another bad car. Then, so I do 3D printing. And I 3D printed a 16 scale Dodge Challenger, I think it is. No, Charger body on my 3D printer. So yeah, I got a lot of crap. You know, I've been into RC cars. Shredder, good when it's brand new. Run it once, it sits in the corner, like Kamala. I hope you subscribe for me supporting Trump, because I support Trump all the way. So this is the Amazon toys for my little Zen. And when it worked, it was pretty cool. But I ran it like once. What's up, Dennis from Hong Kong? How you doing? Glad to have a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. I'm not into nitros, actually, because every time when I had a nitro, you know what happened? Couldn't get it running. And I went to a local hobby shop, and they said, the reason why you have trouble running it is because elevation. I was like, well, I take my leaf blower everywhere I go, and it runs. So they were like, oh, yeah, it's different from RC cars. And I was like, you know what? I'll stick to brushless or brushed. This way I can get in and go. I'm doing pretty good, Dennis. I just got home from work. I work second shift. So another 3D printed object I did was a SCX24 crawler. Found it on Thingiverse. So I printed that. Didn't come out the greatest. But I'm just a beginner in like RC world, you know. Yeah, it's crazy. You gotta have special tuning for altitudes. But that's why I like brushless, where I can just go in and turn it on and go. No RC boats yet. I would like to get an RC boat eventually. And, you know, being up in the Northeast where it's starting to get cold, all of these are just going to sit until the springtime. Because first time I had a Stampede? A 2-wheel drive Stampede. No, it was 4-wheel drive. Nope, it was 2-wheel drive. It's right down here. First time I had it out in the snow, probably wasn't a good idea. It's definitely a bad idea. I crashed it, I cracked it, and something broke. And till then, I don't drive RC cars in the snow anymore, unless it's like a crawler like this one I just bought. We'll probably do that one. Definitely take out the Red Cat Banshee because it's got 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel steering, crab walk, you name it. But it's okay. My collection's worth, I don't know. Sound off in the comments what you guys think it's worth. Probably worth too much. I got too much money invested. Tires, parts, receivers. I had to label the receivers because I have so many. I don't even know which one was going with what. So I just kept going. GT, which this one? There's probably RC liberals out there. Who knows? The country's so fucked up as we know it. Excuse my language, but this is my channel and I can curse because it's a free country. So this is my brushless. And then that one's brushed. This is just a 3S. Yeah, probably about $5,000. And then I got, for anyone who has RC cars, you probably know you have to have a good charger. Venom Pro Duo, top of the line. That's, I mean, top of the line what I was recommend to get, so that's what I went with. I had a Traxxas one, and it was a piece of crap. So yeah, we got like, I got parts, I got chassis, I got more remotes, I got bodies I'm working on, I got 3D printed bodies I'm printing. I just printed this the other day. It's a rear half for a truck. Because I want to make like a 32 Ford, but like a flatbed like that, and 3D printed. I printed a Snap-on van for a Mini Z. What kind of car at JZ Gaming are you running in a brushless? Brushless is the way to go. I don't have any modern supercars, really. I like all the old school cars. Maybe the most modern car is the GT4. Brushed. This is a Revo with a old school body on it. These cheap EXT tires I got from Amazon. And now it's brushless and it runs. It's got the 2 batteries. This body has definitely been abused. As you can see, I'm breaking it. This is the GT4 brushed. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see it. We're just going to hold it up like this because I don't have a tripod. As you can see, that thing is pretty much brand new. And then the one that's brushless is pretty beat up. Beyond. Those tires are definitely cooked. Yeah, it's fun though. Brushless is definitely the way to go. Have you ever had have you ever gotten to the Kyosho's? JZ? Was it Jizz Gaming or JZ's? Sorry, excuse me, I don't know. Just gonna hold my camera over here. Fastest one I fastest one I got is gonna be the Infraction 6S. It was about, I actually got a steal on this from eBay over the summer. Horizon Hobby had a Jizz Gaming. That's funny. Keep jizzing. So this Horizon Hobby. Oh man, I can't stop laughing now. Horizon Hobby had a sale on this, and it was $4.69. I picked it up, and for $4.69, excuse me, you can't beat that, bruh. Bush, Kamala's Bush. What? So, if you want to get brushless, I know Amazon has like these cheap brushless motors. I think they're ExtremeRc13. They look pretty good. They're like, yeah, autocorrect sucks. So does technology though. Whatchamacallit? ExtremeRc13 makes a inexpensive brushless motor. I think you can pick one up for like $50. I know times are tough. I got an addiction. I know what you mean. Times are tough. Bought this one last week. This one last week, but it was $240. It was a kit. It was my first kit I ever did, and I will never do a kit again because it was a pain in the ass, and the directions, I'm sorry, don't want to be, I don't know how to say it, but everything's in Chinese, and it was hard to read, and the instructions aren't very clear how you put it together, so that's why I'll never do a kit again. This little guy for $160, the Mojave, is pretty fun, and it runs really good, and it's fun. Trust me. The ExtremeRc13 3S, that came brushed, so I picked up a cheap motor on eBay. It was a Spectrum 3S. It was like $70, and then I went with the right here, this Spectrum remote, because it comes with these ones, and they're pretty shitty to me, so I went with that one, and I love that one. I think it's DX3. It works really good. We got the Baby Armor Felony from Amazon. I got a bunch of those cheap RC cars from Amazon, and these are like the WL toys. I wanted a Mini Z, but the Mini Zs were like almost $200, and I couldn't spend $200 on a little 24th scale RC car, so I went with these. They were like $30. Yeah, I know, the Ghoul RC, they're good when you're balling on a budget. So my second thing would say check out eBay. Like when I bought this on eBay, I think I paid maybe like $140 for the ESC and the motor, and it was brand new out of a truck, and it was definitely worth it. If you have a local hobby shop, check it. Shit, I might even throw one of these up on eBay one day. Probably that one's going on eBay soon because I don't really use it. So this one is Trophy Team Associated. Team Associated is really good in my book. Kyosho is really good. But I don't know if anyone else knows this, but to me personally, I feel like the Team Associated trucks remotes, they're just like garbage. Like I feel like this is like, I don't know, I feel like it's like a toy grade remote compared to the Traxxas. I've been trying to upgrade all my Traxxas vehicles to TSM. So like in the Outlaw Rampage, This is Kyosho. Let me get this out without knocking every one of these cars off the shelf. Let's just hit it. So this is running a 3S Valenia Traxxas. It has gyro in it, and it's 3S ESC, but in that tray you can only fit a 2-cell. I wouldn't want to run a 3-cell on this, but I love the Traxxas vehicles, but they're expensive and they don't really have the realistic bodies I like. And Kyosho is hitting it. Like, Kyosho, purple Challenger, love it. And the Charger, and Chevelle. And then yeah, the other Chevelle body. But yeah, I would go with a Traxxas or even Castle. I think Castle or Hobby Wing. I think Hobby Wing's in the DR10. DR10 was I picked up the DR10 for $200, and I was pretty disappointed because when I bought the Drag Slash for $500, I was pretty cringeworthy that I would spend $500 on a remote control car. I was like, oh, sweet, they got this car on sale on Horizon Hobby, $200. It's probably just as good as this. They're both 3S brushless. Nope, wasn't the case. This thing, load of crap to me. I do not recommend buying one unless you get it for dirt cheap. Take the brushless motor out. And Jizz Gaming needs one, so send Jizz Gaming a brushless motor. But this Drag Slash, if you get one dirt cheap, get it. You will definitely not be disappointed. These are, believe it or not, these are from a Slash. The tires are just worn out because the tires to replace this are like $50, and I try to cut corners and not spend a lot. So usually we'll run Slash tires on that because it is a Slash. It's just a Drag Slash, and it seems to work pretty good. Jizz Gaming needs a brushless motor. Everyone who's in this, I know there's only 4 people because a lot of people left because they probably don't like my live stream, but hey, what can I say? I'm just being me. So, everyone, thanks for coming to my live stream. I'm going to do this again. Hope everyone subscribed and enjoyed this. And I'll see you on the next video. Jizz Gaming, you have a great night. Keep jizzing on those games. And, oh, my oldest one, Traxxas Bandit. Had it since I was 16. It's brushed. But it's running an Armor motor because we cooked that body. That motor, not body. Anodized steering. Oh, and yeah. I suck at gluing tires. Let that be known. If you don't like gluing tires and getting glue in your eyes, be sure to buy pre-glue tires. Stampede was the best one. Alright, Jizz Gaming. I wish I could stay on here and keep talking, but I got a body I got to build, and I'll be on here tomorrow night, probably about the same time. Hope everyone in this video has a great night and stay safe. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Thank you.